Stop! Don't plug in that guitar until you know what these three connectors do. Now, in my hand here, I'm holding what looks like three identical connectors, but they are all three different. Let's talk about them and why they're different. First off, we have, this is a TRS cable. It gets its name from tip, ring, sleeve. Now, you might use a TRS cable for stereo applications, or you might use it for balanced applications. Balanced applications that you might use this for would be perhaps coming out of your interface into your speakers. You want to use a balanced connection for that. Some of you might use a balanced connection like this that has on one side the TRS cable and on the other side an XLR. That's because each one of these three pins corresponds to one of the pins on this side of the XLR. Now this is where things get more confusing, because these two connectors actually do look the exact same, because they are. These are both TS connectors, but these two connectors do completely different things. One of them is attached to an instrument cable, and one of them is attached to a speaker cable. Maybe you didn't know that that was a thing, but it is in fact a thing. Speaker cables and instrument cables are two different cables. Speaker cables will often say on the cable itself, somewhere printed, like this one says, low noise speaker cable. They're typically thicker cables because they have heavier gauge wire in them and because they have two conductor wires inside. If you were to open up one of these cables, you would be able to see that there is two signal carrying wires inside of it. This is different from an instrument cable. An instrument cable has a single signal carrying conductor and then has a shield around the outside of the wire. No shield, not an instrument cable. If it has a shield, it's an instrument cable. Now, why is it important not to confuse these things? Well, you can do damage to your gear if you're not using the right cables. Specifically, if you are using an instrument cable for an amp cable, you can do damage to your amp. Make sure you're using the right cable, and if you like the way that I explain things, I have a course called Greazy Does It right here on my shirt. It's available at greazydoesit.com, and it includes everything about recording, from microphones, compressors, and EQs, all the way up to actually pressing record for a band. greazydoesit.com.